Welcome to the Seven Figure Builder Show. My name is Julie Baranek, founder of Seven Figure Builder, where we help high achieving CEOs connect the dots in their business to scale to seven figures and beyond. And I'm here today with my friend Michelle Thames. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Julie, I'm so excited to be here.
I'm ecstatic to have you on today. This will be a lot of fun. So, first and foremost, where in the world are you?
I am in Chicago, so it is a nice sunny day today. I don't know if anyone listening has ever been to Chi Towns, like what I like to call it, but it's beautiful in the summer. So it's beautiful today.
Awesome. Awesome. I have not been there yet, but it is on the bucket list. So I will make it out to see you.
Yes, I will show you around. So many amazing things to do in Chicago, like pizza. If you like pizza, we have some of the best
Mhm.
pizza and food. So
Nice. Nice. Definitely a foodie. That sounds fabulous. So, for people that have not had the pleasure to meet you yet, can you tell us just a little bit about what you do with your business?
sure. So I am a marketing and monetization strategist, and me and my husband own a marketing agency as well. So I have a background actually in healthcare, which is totally crazy. And I'm sure we'll get more into my story, but we decided to open our own marketing agency and really work together and build generational wealth for our family. So we are both entrepreneurs, and it has been an exciting journey so far. This is my fourth year going into full-time entrepreneurship, and I've had my fair share of ups and downs and struggles. So I want to share everything. I'm willing to share everything.
Awesome. I love it. So, let's start with healthcare because I actually started my career as a registered nurse. So, I am a healthcare guru like you. But where did you start? Tell me about your journey. How did you get to where you are?
Yeah, so I have a background in healthcare administration. I went to school for my bachelor's and my master's. I thought I wanted to be a hospital administrator. I'm sure you know, leading the clinic, helping out there. But God had other plans. And in 2016, I was fired from my job. It was a really great government job in Cook County here in Chicago. It was like one of the top hospitals. And I was really crushed. But luckily for me, I had my blog to fall back on. So I actually started in this space as a natural hair influencer, a beauty influencer, reviewing products on my social media channels. And I created a YouTube channel that ended up going viral, one of my videos. And this is what really kicked it off for me. And so during the time I was fired, I was like, you know what? Maybe it's a reason for all of this. And maybe I should tap into my skills and expertise. And that's exactly what I did. And I put myself out there on social media, and I was able to actually land a marketing job without a marketing degree at a startup beauty brand. And at this startup beauty brand, they're now a multi-million-dollar company. And I was able to help build that foundation of their digital marketing from email, social media, influencer marketing, Shopify, you name it. I got to get my hands on some of everything and really build out campaigns for brands. And that opened my eyes to marketing. And so I decided, you know what? I could totally help more people. While this is a really great job, God was tugging on me to say, this isn't for you and you have to quit. And it was like this feeling that I wouldn't leave me alone. And I was like told to quit my job. My daughter was just starting kindergarten. There would be nobody to pick her up from the bus stop. And so that really weighed on my spirit. And I said, you know what? I told my husband, I'm going to go for it. He obviously still stayed and worked his job for a short amount of time, but I'm going to go for it and let's start to build this. And I left in 2019, and we've been in business 4 years, and we're still going. So it's been an amazing journey thus far.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. And I love, I hear from so many people, and I've had it happen myself, where the most unsuspecting twists and turns and, could be huge, problems in your family and your life and all of that open the doors to such incredible opportunities. And when you're able to walk through them, it's amazing what can happen. So I think that's incredible.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So talk to me about who do you help in their journey? Like, who do you really help? Is it people at the beginning, people, really far in their career, all the way throughout? What is your specialty?
Well, at our agency, so I like to divide what I do up into two buckets because we have our agency, but I'm also a coaching consultant, and I have a mastermind program where I focus really on women entrepreneurs. Most of the women that I do work with are in the beginning stages, but I do also have people that are advanced in their business and they need more marketing support. In our marketing agency, we mainly work with businesses who have a e-commerce business, so some type of service that they're selling through a website. And so we help to formulate campaigns. We take on special projects. So those are the buckets of clients that I help. But my passion is really with women entrepreneurs, helping them to tap into their skills, because we have so many skills that I'm sure you had when you were in corporate America, and you feel like you don't know what to do with them, or you feel like you can't create a business. But I'm sure you probably did project management. You could have done email management, marketing, all those things. You can take those skills. That's not that company skills, right? They are your skills. So taking those skills and being able to monetize. And so that's where my real passion and mission is, to help other women, especially moms, because I'm a mom and I know the struggle of mompreneurs balancing work, balancing your business. And so that is where my real passion lies, in women entrepreneurs.
I love it. And yeah, mine as well. And I'm a mom of three, so I hear you. So for those moms out there that are listening, what would you say to them of, the skills that they have, what is possible for them? What would you say to them?
I would say go for it today. You can literally start a business tomorrow. And I know that sounds crazy, but you can. When it comes to digital products, online courses, I'm sure you have skills and expertise. But what I would say first is, if that's what you want to really do, think about building a community. Think about showcasing your expertise online. As an expert, turn on the camera and just start talking. You don't know the amount of community that is out there for just waiting for your mission. So what I would say to those moms is, go for it. You have a mission that you want to share with so many other women, and you can't be quiet to keep it to yourself. You want to help other people. And the best way to do that is, we're in the digital age. You can reach millions of people with a cell phone. And so you don't need fancy equipment. You don't need a fancy setup. Just press the button and get started.
For sure, for sure. And how have you found and recommended people to balance family and business? And what does that journey look like for you?
There is no balance. I actually just had a motherhood and money summit on this past Friday. And what we talked about is harmony. There is no balance. We try to balance. I just feel like I have harmony. Yes, I may work some long hours, but yesterday I spent family time with my family. We went downtown and enjoyed a day together. So you have to figure out how to fit everything in. And sometimes, yes, you might have to give more to your business than you give to your family in that week, but also speak to your family. Your family should know, like, we're entrepreneurs, and this is what our routine is. This is how we do things. And it's okay that maybe it looks different from somebody else, but there necessarily is no balance to this, because there's always going to be mom things. There's always going to be husband and wife duties. There are always going to be all these things, but harmony, you can have harmony with everything that you do if you love it. Like, I love this. And so I feel like it's not work every day that I wake up and I get to do this. That's what I tell myself. So I would say too, tell yourself that you get to do these things every single day.
Absolutely. I know I found it tends to be fluid. Like, there's no 50-50, right? Like, it's some days it's more, some days it's less. And it just depends on what that looks like for you. And I think as long as you're working towards your vision of whatever that vision is for you and works for your family, and you're heading that direction, it can look however you want it to look, right?
Absolutely.
So what is the most life-changing goal for you this coming year? I know you've done a ton already this year, but what's happening in your world?
I'm writing a book. So that's
You
a
are.
life-changing goal.
Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you. And I'm so afraid. So I want everyone to know, who's listening, it is okay to be afraid, but don't let that fear stop you. I was afraid to tell my story, like, oh, no one want to listen to this, but they do want to hear your story. And that is one thing that I'm really looking forward to this year. I have a publishing company that I'll be publishing with. So I just have to finish the book. So if you all have good vibes, please send me your good vibes so I can finish this book in 2023, and that it will be out for everyone to listen to and also read. But yeah, that's one of the biggest things this year has been this book. And I'm looking forward to becoming a best-selling author.
Yay, that's amazing. Can you give us some teasers from the book? Like, anything that you want to share about it?
Of course, it is going to, of course, be for women entrepreneurs, just sharing my entire journey, how I was able to pivot from healthcare to entrepreneurship, what that looked like, and provide you with some steps on how you can do the same thing if you're thinking about pivoting from your 9 to 5. I'm sharing all of my struggles, all of the things that I've went through thus far, and how I've been able to overcome. So it's going to be definitely part of my story, but also going to help other people. So I will provide strategies and tactics in the book as well.
That's awesome. So as you're reflecting back over your journey and how it's, brought you to this point, if you could go back and give your 18-year-old self one piece of advice, what do you think it would be?
I would give my 18-year-old self, I would say, girl, it's going to be okay. When I was in high school, my parents moved me when I first started freshman year. And, moving in the middle of like high school can be a very traumatic situation for any kid. You're going to a new environment with new people. And I really had to figure things out. And I think in that time, I became, I don't want to say a loner, but someone who's able to go to different groups of people, but not necessarily fit in a clique. And so I would tell my 18-year-old self, like, you don't need to be a part of any cliques. You don't need to be any of that because you're a leader. And so that's why you're not able to like fit in, because you're supposed to lead. So that's what I would tell my 18-year-old self. She did not think she would be a leader at all.
That's amazing. I was very similar growing up. And that's funny that you say that you don't have to fit in, you can lead, and then you don't have to fit in, right?
No.
That's awesome. So
Yes.
how in your journey have you learned to work smarter, not harder, right? Like we're always trying to improve things, make things better, but what have you found that's worked really well for you?
Oh, I love my Google Calendar. It's color coded and I
Yeah.
time block. Before I got on here with you, I was talking to my husband. I was like, August 15th is something. What day is that? Like I block things off on my calendar. First, I put all of my family activities. So if we're going on vacation, if my daughter's out of school, important things that we want to do, that goes on there first. And then I allow client calls and things like that. I think that has really helped me work smarter and not harder. Also, focus work time. If you spend like a Sunday planning your week ahead, you won't feel as stressed. I think that has also been able to help me work smarter and not harder. And most recently, AI and ChatGPT has really helped exponentially increase my business, and especially my revenue. We've already surpassed 6 figures in June. And so I am attributing this to AI because now I'm able to do more in less time, like plan for my clients. And my clients love AI. So don't feel like, oh, if you're listening to this and you're using AI for your clients, like my clients love that I use this because they know that it's taking less time to do the work and we can get more done. So
Right.
just explaining, to them like that. But AI has definitely been another tool that has really helped me work smarter and not harder. And the last thing I will say is hiring, outsourcing. I'm only one person. I'm sure you're only one person. If you get to a place in your business where you are able to hire, please start to delegate these tasks to other people. I would say the task that you hate the most. For me, that's like the admin stuff, scheduling podcasts, doing the show notes, editing the podcast, reaching out to guests, all those things that like take me so much time. I've delegated those tasks out. And more recently, I recently hired a VA. And so I'm even delegating more tasks off my plate so I can really focus on the money generating activities of the business, getting us in front of more people, continue to create more content. That's the only way that I'm able to get in front of more people. So I have to really focus my time there. And so that's how I focus and work smart and not hard. I'm your girl for working smart and not hard. I do not like to work hard. And I mean, that may sound crazy, right? But do you really want to work hard, or could you set your life up to be that way? And it can be. It doesn't have to be like, oh, she doesn't want to work. No, you can have this life where you have time freedom, location freedom, money freedom. And so that is where I'm headed. And the only way to do that is to set yourself up for success when it comes to time blocking and all those things that I just mentioned.
For sure. Absolutely. All right. So let's dig into AI a little further. What are your favorite tools? Because I know I have mine.
ChatGPT, number one. Canva. Because if you have not tapped into Canva, it can literally create a presentation from a press of a button. If you use their docs, you just, outline everything out. You can outline it out in ChatGPT. You don't even have to write it, or you could outline it out in Canva because they have a magic write feature. But those are my top 3. I know there's so many. What are yours?
I'm a big Jasper AI fan. So I use that all the time as far as like copy brainstorming. I live in Canva. Absolutely. I use it all the time. And their magic write feature is really powerful. And their bulk edit, that's pretty awesome too. Yeah, it's pretty incredible the things that are available right now. So yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. And I feel like people may be afraid, but get in now and don't get left behind, because let's work smarter and not harder, right? Some people may be afraid, oh, it's AI. And I know I've been seeing the pictures. I don't think I'm down with the pictures. Okay. I know you, with the people doing their headshots, and no. Okay. I got to say, I'm sorry, you all. I'm not with the pictures. The fingers look crazy. You look beautiful, but let's just be authentic when it comes to the pictures. I think that's the only thing about AI that I'm not feeling right now. It's just the photos and, all those things. But yeah, I've been loving AI so much.
Yeah, I think it's important to use it as a tool. And personally, I'll just be honest, I have a love-hate relationship with it. Like I use it, and there's a lot of pieces that I use, and there's a lot of pieces that I don't. And I really am very intentional of the pieces that I don't use. But I think for any pieces of it that you use, make sure, like you mentioned, same thing, be authentic in your voice. And so, like for me with the copy, I use it for a brainstorming tool of here are some concepts. Okay, let me dig that further and let me reword that in my voice so it sounds like me and I don't sound like everybody else or machine or weird. Like I think we're all starting to kind of get in tune to, okay, that was spit out by, AI because it's using words that we don't usually use. So definitely you want to be authentically you no matter what you're doing, because otherwise you just blend into the noise and you don't stand out. So I think that's really,
Yeah.
really important.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So how would you encourage business owners to have fun in their business again?
Oh, that is such a great question. Not to look at social media like it's this drag, okay? Because I know we do that. And if you approach it as something like, I am reaching so many people, maybe that will make it more fun for you. But what I do want to say is self-care. You have to take a step back to say, I want to do something fun that I enjoy. One thing that I recently did, I went camping with my family. Oh, it was so fun. But it just gave
Awesome.
me so many, it just gave me so many ideas for my business. I was rejuvenated. And I think we have to take a step away. The jobs will be here, the clients will be here, but if our minds are not there, then it's not going to be good. So I think that taking a step back, really valuing self-care and doing things that we enjoy. Your inner child, what does your inner child enjoy? My inner child loves to go roller skating. So I recently went roller skating. I told myself that I'm going to go once a month, and I'm going to get myself on a spa schedule and go once a month as well.
Heck
So
yeah.
start to make those dates with yourself. You said, heck yeah, that spa date is like, you can't miss that.
It's calling me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's so cool. So you've accomplished a ton in your career, right? And even so much this year. But how do you define success? What does that look like for you?
Success for me looks like I'm achieving the things that I want to achieve. I think we put success when we say, oh, this person did this, I need to be there, but you need to define your own success. For me, it's being able to travel when I want to, being able to spend so much time with my family, being able to take a Tuesday and go on a date in the middle of the day. Again, success looks different for everybody. And I think when we define it for ourselves, that's when we really understand it best, because you can see everybody online. They have a Bentley, a Benz, a big house. I actually don't have any of those things. And I am still successful and I'm still wealthy, because wealth is not just a big house. It's not just a fancy car or fancy clothes. I'm actually very modest in how I spend my money in my business and in my personal life. So I feel that you define what that success looks like, and you can't let anybody else say, this is what success is. You only can determine that. So for me, it's definitely having location and time freedom, being able to watch my daughter grow up. That's success for me.
For sure. No, and I think that's huge because so often, and I'll just speak out of my own opinion, but when people are putting their stuff out there and they're doing it to get the Bentley and the big house and they're like blasting it everywhere, they're not doing it for themselves. They're doing it to show off, right? Or to build a reputation, and they get that piece of it of their success. So now I'm reputable, but in the end, they're not doing it for self-fulfillment. And for, what you said is when you're doing it for you, whatever that is, and it could be to have stuff and could be to go on amazing trips and do lots of cool stuff, but when you're doing it for your own reasons and your own fulfillment, then it doesn't have to be on blast. And I think it's even more valuable and more fulfilling that way than just putting it out there and then, people just gonna hate you anyway. So
Totally.
might as well do it for you.
Yes.
So if you had the attention of the whole world for 5 minutes, what would you tell them?
Oh, this is such a great question. I would tell them digital marketing is huge. It is not going anywhere. And you have the ability to get your business, if you're a business owner, in front of so many people. So just start today. You don't need all, like I said earlier, you don't need all the fancy equipment. I know there's so many people listening that maybe hate their jobs. They wish that they could take their business, their side hustle, and it could be their full-time thing. And I'm here to tell you that it can be. I come from nothing. My parents did not have me a trust fund, anything set up. Zero. I bootstrapped my business. I made $24,000 in the first year, and I've been able to surpass 6 figures ever since, on my way to 7 figures. It's like totally insane. You can do it. So just do it. That's what I would say.
Love it. Love it. Love it. So how can listeners support you in your work? Where can they find you online?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for this, Julie. This has been so great. You can definitely hang out with me on Instagram. I love it there. My Instagram handle is at Michelle L. Thames. And I also have a free Facebook group called Cash Flow Queens. And if you send me a DM with the word cash flow, you will get the link to join the group. And I would love, 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 love to see you there. We have so many exciting things coming this year. An in-person event that I have coming in November in Chicago, and that is called the Creative Cash Flow Summit Live. So if you're trying to level up when it comes to your business and your finances, it is definitely the place for you. And I'm so excited.
That's awesome. I know you have been rocking it, girl. And we will have all the links down below for everybody to come check it out. And definitely check out Michelle and everything that she's got going on. It's absolutely incredible.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. No, this was a lot of fun. And if you found value in this episode, please do share it. That's how people find us. And you can find me at sevenfigurebuilder.com and redhotleadmachine.com. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.